welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Here he comes with the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Jackson. There he goes. Spins away. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Might as well give it to him again. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. on the ground. It's Rodgers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing St. Clair. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Third and long coming up. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Out wide right, it's Parker. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And you see these so much more in college football now. Decisions on 4th down. Listen, when it's 4th and short and you got a chance to establish yourself, especially physically at the line of scrimmage, field goals are great, but touchdowns win games. And so this first drive, man, assert yourself, be physical, get this 4th down.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the right. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Reed. Grabbed in the middle. It's Warren. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Sets his feet, it's Reed. They're working that left side. Turning it on! He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Texas A&M. Rolled his way into the end zone. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Tavian on the play action. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive.
St. Clair. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Run inside. It's Jackson. At the 15, he's loose. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Defensively, in these situations, when it's such long yardage situations, I'm going to be very, very conservative. I'm going to drop guys really, really deep. If you want to run the football, you can have at it. Now, ideally, you don't want to give up that many yards, but you still didn't give up a first down, so it's still successful.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Quarterback keeps it. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Hits the hole. It's Edwards.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Rides to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Gets open down the middle. Defense comes up with a huge stop and maybe forcing them into a field goal attempt. Looks as if he's going to run it. Not going to make it. And the 4th down gamble backfires.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. St. Clair. grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. Breaks the tackle. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. The quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Throwing Reed. Shoots it to the left. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Quarterback changing the play. Sets his feet. It's Reed. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Gets it inside the 10. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. The QB runs in for 6.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Throwing St. Clair. Out wide left, it's Glover. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Defense in press coverage. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right side, it's Johnson. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Now here's Tavian St. Clair. Hauls it in. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He smashes his way through again. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Looking for space. It's Jackson. He's inside the 10. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with his speed.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll try to blast their way in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. Got room at the 35. They make the stop. He's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He's changing the play. Here's Reed to throw. They're all over it. Did the work himself. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Still looking. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Direct snap. It's Edwards. Crosses to 45. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Florida Gators. And it's the Fighting Irish looking for a 3rd straight victory. Following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons. Let's check in now on some of the other action today as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Reed. Here comes the heat. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he had...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Going with the counter play here. Breaks into the open. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Just feeds the running back. Stop right there.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tavian St. Clair. He'll try to do it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense...
Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Going to the run, it's Jackson. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Now here's Tavian St. Clair. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeye! Quick strike through the air for the score. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Deep in the end zone, it's Bussey. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Reed unloads to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. On the run, it's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man down the middle. At the 35, he's loose. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Aggies are marching down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Reed. Left side, it's Bussey. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
On the move. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Out wide left, it's Bussey. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll send the back in motion. hustle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go play action with St. Clair. Stepping to the right. At the 35, he's open. Smashes through the tackle. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps him. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
St. Clair from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Looking left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Play action with Reed. Still looking to his right. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Here's Reed to throw. Fires immediately. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Reed to the air again. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
A designed run for the quarterback. Pass to 6. There he goes. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Nowhere to go.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend, don't break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. St. Clair still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. The screen, and watch out. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the move. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Aggies will hustle to the line. calls his own number. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Fourth down, Reed. Turning it on. The 50. Bulldozes his way through. The 20. 10. To the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tavian on the play action. He's taking a deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Throwing St. Clair. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Now on the move. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Tavian St. Clair. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Throws it deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Run the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Taking it the other way. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Caught on the RPO. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Rolls right. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Reed. Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running behind that left side. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
St. Clair gets rid of it. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They go play action with St. Clair. He's going to take off. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Both of these teams are high.